Welcome to GSA session T74, Improving the Accessibility of Natural History Collections, with special thanks to the Paleontological Society for supporting many of our presenters. We have a collaborative Google Doc that includes these slides, links with resources in the notes, and encourage you to explore this content on your own. The QR code is sprinkled throughout the talk and will take you to this collaborative Google Doc, where we can share resources, references, links, and other aspects of content relevant to our session. Rather than all being together in one space, we are instead spread across the globe and need to acknowledge the spaces that we occupy and whose land we are on. Natural history collections have historically benefited from colonialism and continue to do so today. Specimens in our collections have been shipped aboard slave ships and in many cases stolen. Our institutions have glorified empires and promoted exploitation. The time for acknowledgement is long overdue. We must acknowledge that through our science, we have and continue to impact Indigenous peoples. It is our hope that we can leave this conference with the intention to actively pursue discussions and resolution around land acknowledgement and repatriation of objects. GSA is located in Boulder, Colorado, on the traditional territory of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute peoples. The Treaty of Fort Laramie and Session 426 promised friendship and peace to the Indigenous people. The promises made were broken, land was taken, and people were forcibly removed. Regardless of these treaties and countless others, the United States government committed genocide, ethnic cleansing, and forced removal against Indigenous peoples as a way to take their land. Despite centuries of colonial theft and violence, this is still Indigenous land. It will always be Indigenous land. Through these words of acknowledgement, the Indigenous peoples present, along with their ancestral ties to the land and contributions, are both renewed and reaffirmed. Citations for content and aspects of language can be found in the notes on the slide.
We would also like to acknowledge that GSA 2020 was to be located on unceded Indigenous lands. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the land and waters on which we gather virtually today. Tiohtià:ke, or Montreal, is historically known as the gathering place for many First Nations. Today it is home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationship with Indigenous and other peoples of the Montreal community. This territorial acknowledgement and resources were created by Concordia University's Indigenous Directions Leadership Group in 2017. To read the entire territorial acknowledgement and to learn more about why it was written this way, please use the QR code to visit the link. If you are looking for ways to make an active role in supporting Indigenous communities, please look for a link in the description or the chat, and we will include a list of organizations. These links can also be reached using the QR code. Citations for contents and aspect of language can be found in the notes of the slide, as well as by clicking on the QR code. Learn more about the Indigenous peoples of Montreal by visiting the website through the QR code.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am a research museum collection manager at the University of Michigan Museum of Paleontology, where I care for 2 million invertebrate and microfossil specimens. I have specialties in echinoderm and brachipod systematics, phylogenetics, and informal learning and education.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeanette. My pronouns are she, hers, her, and I am a PhD candidate at the University of Florida, Florida Museum of Natural History. I have specialties in proboscidean phylogenetics, paleoecological reconstructions, and broadening representation in natural history collections.
At large, there is a lack of awareness of the importance of natural history collections. Although museums play a role as a primary source of data across the geological and biological sciences, they are often excluded from large venues such as GSA. It is our intent that this session showcases innovative, novel, and successful methods of increasing accessibility and visibility of natural history collections. This will allow us to expand our own understanding of the various mechanisms available to bring people into our spaces.
Today we have 16 presenters from 14 institutions from 5 different countries. There will be 12 oral presentations followed by 4 poster presenters on a range of topics, including how specimens engage neurodiverse audiences to virtual museums. If you have questions for the presenters, please place them in the chat or in the collaborative Google Doc, and we can read them to the speaker during their discussion time. Thank you.
We would like to acknowledge and thank our presenters for the additional labor of getting the pre-recorded videos up on the GSA Connects online. A special thanks to the Paleo Society for supporting many of our speakers. GSA will be archiving the recordings for 1 year, and these will be accessible to those that have registered for the event. If you are a presenter that has not contacted us about a more open archiving through the Spinach YouTube channel, please feel free to reach out to us. Please take the remaining few minutes of this introductory time slot to grab a drink of water, your beverage of choice, take a bathroom break, get a snack, or do some stretches. We look forward to spending the next few hours with you, engaging with our presenters and their content. Also, please do chime into the Google Doc, add any other resources from your institution or projects that you are working on that are relevant to our session. Thank you.